Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Sohum Reactions. Peace, love, and positivity to you. Today is going to be my first time on the channel reacting to the American rock band No Doubt. We'll be checking out the song The Climb, and at the end of this video, I'm also going to be attempting a lyrical analysis for this song to hopefully come away with some better understanding here. But this is going to be a really fun one because apparently No Doubt is front ran by Gwen Stefani. Now, for some context here, I have always known Gwen Stefani to be just a celebrity, like a famous figure who gets talked a lot about online in different celebrity gossip journals. Like, I hear the name Gwen Stefani quite a bit, but I guess I'm ashamed to admit this, but I never knew she had a band. Nor did I know its name. So now that I have those kind of pieces together, I'm actually super excited to check this song out today. And as a final wrinkle, I actually looked at my Spotify to see, had I listened to any No Doubt before. There was one song called Don't Speak. And that song, that melody just burns into my brain. So the fact that I can now connect that directly to Gwen Stefani feels like a bit of a well, duh moment, but now I finally know. So super excited, like I said, to jump into this one today. We'll first start with a full listen through of the song and then do the lyrical analysis at the end of the video. Before we jump into it, a massive thank you goes to Jared for the reaction request and for bringing No Doubt to the channel. But without further ado, my friends, let's jump into it. It's very purple and yellow.
Step by step, I come closer to reaching the top.
Oh, wow.
Every step must be placed so that I don't fall off.
Wow.
Looking down to see about how much higher I am.
I like the slide, and my immediate thought is this kind of reminds me a bit of Paramore. Also, listen to the way that Gwen slides up and down. Like, her delivery here, it's very relaxed. Almost like lazy. Kind of like she's kind of stretching, getting out of bed. And a lovely, lovely bass tone. Oh, nice. Listen to the delivery on thoughts there.
Oh,
that is so interesting. It's like she's jittering. It's like I'm sure a vocalist will know exactly the term. It feels like kind of a yodel. Interesting melody. This goes hard. God, now I'm thinking of what's their name? Um, Dude, I had it. It starts with an L. Lacuna Coil. I remember listening to this band in Guitar Hero or Rock Band of all the games, and just being super drawn into their style. And I didn't listen to much of their music after my Rock Band era. I'm just thinking about them now. I'm also getting reminded a bit of I think it's the Pretty Reckless or the White Reckless. I want to say it's the Pretty Reckless though. So far, so good. Gwen is really showcasing a lot vocally. Like, I pointed out the one delivery on Thoughts there and a lot of her, like, up and down slides, but I really like how dynamic she is in stringing together any of these phrases pretty much. Nice little run there. Some kind of horn section now. Oh, almost like a regal march. Drummer boy. I was gonna say it's like hinting towards circus, and now I feel like I can hear some of those very circus-like sounds in the background here, prompted by the brass and then the drums, and now I'm expecting the da 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 da. It's somewhere in there. Like these little chromatic little ideas in the ceiling here. Beautiful. Oh. You hear that like piano in your left headphone? Oh God, now leaning into the subtlety. Hold on, I like that transition quite a bit there. I gotta pull it back further. Even the melody is climbing, like echoing the lyrics of the song in this section. Close to the clouds. I love that. It's a very aligned song. Oh my God, this song is getting better and better. Yeah. Love everything from the electric there. Oh, this is gorgeous against that rhythm in the back. To the top, to the top. Oh my god. There's so much I want to talk about that I need to, like, in the moment draw our attention to. There's been that, like, very ominous intermittent pulsing happening throughout the track, but it's especially prescient here. And when you stack on top of that, that unique vocal delivery of to the top, which I think comes right here. So you stack on top of that to the top, and then all of the unique drumming patterns that are now appearing. It's like a whole set of textures that just feel so fun independently. The fact that we get to stack them on top of one another and we get to, like, feel the interactions between them, that adds a lot to this track for me. I think wherever I would have rated this track at the beginning, we're already like a handful of points above that place now. To the top. Wow, cool. Yeah, I wish I could do that vibrato. She's so good at it. We are drumming. Wow. I was not expecting that to be as good as it was. Like, that truly surprised me. I feel like I could talk a lot about Gwen's voice and her delivery on this track, but I feel like there's so many places we could start that don't necessarily just have us solely relying on her vocals. I loved what we heard from the electric guitar. I loved the bass tone and some of the moments in the bass where, like, we would play a little bit outside of the scale, almost like this note seems like a little flat, or we're distending the scale a little bit so that whatever our, like, perfect minor scale may sound like, we're slightly warping it. I'm trying to think of a good analogy for this. Imagine, like, okay, if you've ever been to, like, one of those, like, science museums, there is this unique fixture in some of these museums where on one side will be, like, these little multicolored, like, sticks, and on the other, like, you can stand and you can, like, push your body through those sticks, and then if you look again on the other side, you'll see, like, the imprint of your hand, of your face. It's all really cool if you're, like, 4 years old, and if you're also 29, like in my shoes right now. I'm like applying that analogy to the scale here. It's like some of these notes got warped a little bit, and then on the other side of things, yes, we can make out the face and it's really cool and artistic, and it's not the exact, like, cookie cutter human on the other side. So it's kind of like a kaleidoscope. We got taken through this prism of color, and now the scale is something slightly different, or in different moments one or few of the notes will kind of warp. I think you get my point here. I liked that a lot, not only in the bass, but I heard that a bit in some of that, like, ominous pulsing guitar. Wow, I really, really appreciate, at the end of all of that, Gwen and her voice. Just, it's so fun to listen to a singer who, like, doesn't leave any stone unturned when it comes to their style, because a vocalist is not just one style. It's not just like, oh, it's the vibrato and that's it for them. They are, in all senses, a constellation of techniques, of style that make them their own unique vocalist. And I feel like right away, Gwen just has personality in her voice that you can never strip away from her. If you were to put other vocalists on this track and have them cover it, like, a name that came into my mind was Jessie J. If Jessie J were to cover a song like this, yes, it would sound amazing, and we know Jessie J to be like a monster of a vocalist, but it wouldn't be the same Gwen Stefani rendition of The Climb. So I really like this song. I think in the beginning I was like, okay, this is giving me like pretty like 7.2 something kind of vibes, but at this point I'm very happy to give this song like a solid like 9 point. I feel like 9.2 feels right for me. But now let's jump into the lyrical analysis portion so that we can actually dissect what it was, this climb. And for me, at a high level, the climb was reaching one's potential, being somewhere a little bit, it's a little bit like aspirational, you could say. So we start with step by step, I come closer to reaching the top. Every step must be placed so that I don't fall off. Looking down to see about how much higher I am, another cool wind comes through and brushes my skin. So she's on that climb, on the ascent, and very naturally she's making these steps, taking these steps very carefully as to not fall. And when you actually take a look back to see just how far you've come, that can give you perspective. You'll hear a lot of like celebrities and people like who are super successful talk about like, if you are going to try to achieve anything in life, make sure that you enjoy the journey. Make sure that you are appreciative of those moments, because if you're just running full steam ahead all the time and not actually taking the moments to kind of process and soak it all in, you know, you never are going to be able to relive those exact moments again. So may as well make the most of it. Oh, the harder I push, the tension does grow. I gather my thoughts the further and further I go. And this to me, like the harder I push, almost signals to me some kind of like law of attraction and congruence in one's life. If you have to fight like so hard to achieve this thing, is that the thing for you? Is that what is aligned with who you really are? That's a thought you could have. And on the flip side, well, nothing that was good for you came easy, did it? So you might have to push through a lot of the sludge, build a lot of this tension to actually achieve what it is you'd like to go, to reach those further and further heights. With some luck, I just might keep on climbing. So better to climb than to face a fall. To face a fall. So it's like, you better just keep on going ahead, because the moment you start looking down is the moment that the fall could take place. So rather than, well, kind of like stare into the abyss, don't even acknowledge the abyss, just keep going, because if you're going to fall, it will happen regardless of whether you want it to or not. So high the climb, so high the climb, I can't turn back now. So she's just keeping on. Must keep climbing up to the clouds, climb to the clouds, so high the climb, so high the climb. There's that expression, right? Like someone's high in the clouds. They're very, almost to a fault, super aspirational. I believe there's an Eminem song called Zeus where similar lyrics are referenced, which now reminds me. So there's a fun feature I have in my musical universe here where I can reference other songs. Oh, I don't have Zeus imported yet. I need to do that, but that allows me to basically like tie together moments in songs that I'm like, oh, that reminds me of that song. And now, well, that connection will forever remain. But yeah, I get a bit reminded of that song Zeus by Eminem. I can't turn back now, must keep on climbing up to the clouds. Oh, pulling myself up by a rope, I better my view. The only thing in sight is what I must do. Yeah, that's really important when you are trying to attain or achieve any goal, is just to keep focused on it. Whatever tries to derail you from that goal, which you yourself will try to derail you from achieving your goal, don't let your focus waver, because that is your strength, your focus, your discipline, your determination to keep climbing, rather than take a lot of these other Penrose staircases that seem to go up, but really just bring you back to the same loop that you were before. I think it's the Penrose staircases. I guess if you guys don't know what that is, here's the visual. Basically, like, it's an optical illusion where you feel like you're going up, but you're really going down. But is there up and down here? Like, you can stay looped forever. Um, where was I? A lot of repeated lyrics here, which is why it's hard to immediately find my place. Um, the only thing in sight is what I must do. As I turned, I could see myself falling, falling, falling. The turn is what makes the fall salient, which in return gave me strength for the climb. So it's like I stared into the abyss and I didn't like what I saw, so I just kept on going. I turned back. I'm not going to accept failure as an option. So high the climb, I can't turn back now. Must keep climbing to the clouds. A lot of repeating sections here. Although many failed, I must now prevail with no questions. And this is a very real thing too. It's like anything that is, let's say, sought after by a great many, like think of your competitive sports. Music is such a competitive field. A lot of people are going to try and fail at this craft, no, even regardless of how good they are. So the only way to like remain in the running is just to keep on running. And that may feel like super delusional, but also if you haven't already achieved that success, you need to have a bit of that delusion to keep you fueled and going, because otherwise, why take on such risks? If it was like a sure thing that you'd become a famous musician in like 5 years after you get your bachelor's in music, well, then there wouldn't be this same set of like affirmations to help keep you on this path. But because the path is difficult and uncertain, remaining focused and, you know, believing that you're capable is the way forward. I must now prevail with no questions. I have no time to stop. Onward to the top of the mountain. Oh, and I can't turn back now. It's very high, but I can't turn back now. If I keep it up, I'm gonna make it. Self-affirmation. I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. I'm so very close. Can't you see? From your perspective as an outsider, I can see it. I can see how close I am to my goal. I just have to kind of walk through these steps to get there. And on the outside, is that clear to you? Like, is it a surefire thing? Every so often I'll like stumble on like a creator who doesn't have that many subscribers, and I hear them talk, I hear them do their creative thing, whatever it may be. And I'm just like, oh, I stumbled onto something pretty great. And I think I'm very early on. I'm definitely investing into these stocks because I just see it for them. They can definitely make it if they just keep on going. But sometimes people will hate on you and don't want you to succeed and will say, hey, you're never going to make it. And in spite of those comments, you still have to keep going as well. So high the climb, I can't turn back now. I think it repeats a few more times here. So then getting closer, coming closer, getting closer. Ooh, looking back to you. Ooh. So here, the looking back to you, it's like, again, a version of perspective where you have, in a weird way, been like the reference point for this person as they've made the climb. And now I'm thinking of just like the moments in my life where like I've gone hiking and a friend of mine or whoever I was with is just kind of scared to like go to the tippy top, but like I still want to keep going. So I take the path, they're waiting at the bottom somewhere, and eventually I'm at the top and they look very small relative to where I am now. I made it to the top. I'm very happy about that. And they're at the bottom. And now I can see just how far I've come because of that now, that perspective shift. Not to say that like being at the bottom, relatively speaking, is a slight on that person. Like they were a bad person for not having succeeded in the same way. It's just a matter of like now I really know where I am in an absolute sense. Looking back to you, to the top, to the top, to the top. I feel like this looking back to you, now I'm again flipping back. My eyes are set even higher because that again is my main goal. Climb up to the top, the top. Oh, looking back to you, and back to you. So it's a mixture to me of like, I have so much that I want to achieve in my life, and I'm going to keep on doing it, but I'm always going to keep some perspective. And the thing is, maintaining that perspective, having the humility, but also still striving for excellence, I feel like that is a perfect recipe to not lose yourself in that process, because there is a good chance, like Gwen notes in the lyrics, you may fail. Many have failed. And just because you fail at something that you want to achieve, does that mean your life is over? Does that mean you throw away any of your other goals that you have for yourself? Not in the slightest. You still want to have the people that loved you from day one to look back to always have them in your corner. And you still want to achieve a lot. So I feel like balancing both is a very, well-rounded approach to living life. Though I will say sometimes you do need seasons where you're just over-indexing into achieving that goal. Just go full on like monk mode, like I say, and just grind, 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 get that thing done because it means so much to you. And if those in your life care about you and want to see the best for you, well, they can appreciate that you are doing the hard work for you because that will actually be the best thing for you. And they appreciate your efforts and actually try to support you on that climb, which is interesting. I feel like that piece of the discussion, getting support from friends, family, didn't show up in the climb as much. This felt more of a felt like more of a solo endeavor. And I would say that the climb doesn't have to be completely solo. Sure, most of life is lonely and you are the only person who's always going to be with yourself, but the good thing about life is you get to share it with so many people along that journey. But those are just my thoughts. Please let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. But I have only good things to say about The Climb. This was an amazing song, great lyrics, though we had a lot of repetition there. I think, that's going to be par for the course when you have a message as clear as keep looking to the top. Thank you very much, Jared, for the request today. If you yourself would like to request a reaction, you can always do so by using the first link in the description box below. But thank you all for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.